Hello, selamat datang and welcome to today's video where we talk about another usage for German Spätzle noodles which I had previously already covered. But today we're going to talk about another use case for this. This is for black pepper stir-fry noodles, but let's just jump straight to it. So, in today's use, we're going to again use our Spätzle, and for today we're going to cook. I'm going to try and cook it like a udon style, which is a stir-fried udon, and this is what we're going to use. So I've got my mushrooms that were browning and sitting in there, and pan cooking for a while. Now I've just put in the Spätzle, the noodles, and I'm just letting it sit there to crisp up a bit, and then I'm going to start adding some liquid to let it soften out and absorb some fluid. Now I'm now adding a bit more butter schmaltz, or also known as ghee, as I introduced earlier. So just doing this to give it some well, besides the flavor, but also to give it some texture, to crisp it up a bit. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to add water very shortly. I'm just letting it give it some time to heat up, and then I'm going to add water before the flour starts sticking too much to the pan, because I didn't want to add too much oil as well. So, but yeah, I'm as shown in the earlier video with Hokkien mee. I'm using Spätzle or this style noodle as more like a udon replacement, because I mean, it's much cheaper than udon. It's about roughly half the price, assuming you don't get udon on sale. And of course, these are fresh noodles. Although you could argue that udon is fresh as well, but it's been sitting in a packet longer than this. So, yeah. In any case, I think with water, these are good substitutes for sure for udon, because it gives you that it definitely holds well. I was more, yeah, I mean, of course, when I was making it with Hokkien mee, for sure it worked as Hokkien mee as well, and that's why I was wondering what else could I do, and that's why when I considered how the normal use case for these noodles, these Spätzle noodles is, it's normally used in cream sauces, sometimes some form of type of soup, so yeah, you can use it in those, and I did not want to show those because those are the common use scenarios for them anyway. Wanted to show something different, and in this case a noodle stir fry. So we're doing black pepper udon with our black pepper sauce, and that's what I wanted to show. So yeah, I'm letting the noodles come up, and they're more or less cooked already, so I'm just going to add all this the rest of the stuff in. I've got celery, carrots, and I'm just going to put it in, and then I'm going to start seasoning it already while I let all of this cook through. So yeah, that's generally it. Yeah, and then it's just seasoning via sauce, and then putting all of that. And yeah, I mean, you can definitely, and these noodles definitely work. I mean, if you see the texture, if you see how they are actually quite firm, and they actually like a bit of liquid, because then they get a bit more smooth. Because as you can see on the edges, if they don't have liquid, it can tend to be a bit of more on the rough side. So it maybe is a bit more liquid friendly, or it needs a bit more liquid versus normal noodles. But yeah, that also means it does, and in Hokkien mee, it did very well with the sauce, as you can see. It sucked it up really well. And yeah, in a normal stir fry, yeah, just means that your sauce needs to be a bit more liquid. But it will absorb that quite well into it, so I will not really have an issue with that. So my wife's not eating this, and I'm going to go with fish powder, which I rarely get to use nowadays. So we're just doing that to give the flavor to it. Fish powder, and I'm going to start pepper. Got pepper. I don't think we need salt because I'll end it with Maggi sauce, but I'm going to already start putting some of our sauce, our black pepper sauce that is. Just going to put it in. go with, yeah, a good amount. Yep, that's a good amount to go in with. And I'm just going to use that in. Yeah, I probably need a bit more water. So we'll just put in a bit more water. But yeah, I'll need to taste this after, and then let's see what it comes out to. Let's cut out some of these parts as well. I need more water. Yeah, okay. Then, yeah. Yeah, as you can see, it really sucks up water, so I would not be... Yeah, I understand the concern. But when I was cooking the Hokkien mee the other day, I was surprised that in the end, it turned out very well. It was almost dry, so I was a bit surprised. So you can see the water, it does disappear, and that's fine. So don't be too shocked by the amount of water that we have to do. I have to be a bit careful at the end though when I add the eggs. But yeah, we will see how we do that, and let's see what we end up with. So I'm just going to cook this through, and then we will get there. So just getting ready to finish up. Now I'm going to just put in the eggs, and yeah, let's go in to get it done. So first egg, so I'll do roughly 2 or 3 eggs. Let's see whether we go with 2 or 3. We'll do 2 first, and let's see. Yeah, I did that with 2 hands. It's a bit short on that. Okay, Maggi sauce, finishing touch. Also for the eggs. Yeah, I think 1 more egg will just... Let's go with 1 more egg. Putting it... Yeah, okay. Let's just do it there. And then just a bit. And now we finish it up, and that's about it. I'm just going to do 1 more taste test, but you can see also from the noodles expanding that it loves liquid. So yeah, these are very forgiving noodles, I would say, and it's not hard to cook with, for sure. So yeah, and this is... And as a substitute, I would even dare say it's slightly easier to cook than udon, for example. Because sometimes with the udon, you always have to be careful with not breaking it. And you can see these noodles are generally quite robust. So just going to do a bit of a boost to give it a bit of a burn wok hei in the end. But I'm also adding a bit of water as well to not mess up the pan too much. But yeah, and that's just finishing up the noodles, and to release some of the egg as well. And I'm just going to, yeah, you can smell the charring already, you can see for sure. So I'm just gonna stir it out. Yeah, it's great. It's definitely got the wok hei stuff done, or as much wok hei as you can get on an induction stove. But yeah, that's about it. So I hope this was useful to you, and if you like, please like, subscribe, share, and comment as always. And yeah, this is our video done, and I hope you enjoyed this topic. And please watch the other videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Jemput makan.